Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I'm reviewing another in the Caldwell Cigars line of The King Is. And this, back in March, I reviewed The King Is Dead. And today I'm reviewing Long Live the King. Perhaps I should have done those in reverse, or you could look at it like The King's doing much better. He's not dead yet. Anyway, this is the Long Live the King Lock Stock. It is 5 by 52. There is the density shot. Now this is a interesting, nice looking oily wrapper. You can catch it in the light there. It's very nice looking. There's a little shot of the young king. Long live the king, right? Alright, this uses a Corojo Dominicano wrapper from 2008. The binder is also Corojo Dominicano, but it's from 2009, and the filler is a combination of three. It's a Corojo Ligero Dominicano from 2006. 50% of the filler would be that. 10% would be a Viso Pelo de Oro Peruano, I believe that's correct, from 2008, and 40% of it is Habano Ligero Nicaraguanese from 2007. So without further ado, let's get right to the Caldwell Cigar Company's Long Live the King Lock Stock. As I said, it's a very good looking cigar. Sort of a medium brown, almost a caramel color. Alright. That's a good draw. There's a little firmness to it, but that's workable. Oh yeah. That'll do. Really, the first flavors I'm getting are very sweet cedar with a lot of brown sugar, underlying coffee notes, and a bit of earthiness. That's sort of how it starts. I'm waiting for it to sort of make a transition, settle down into a little more, but that's pretty much what you start with. Primarily the sweetness is from a lot of brown sugar and some sweet cedar. So let's see where we go from here. Well, I'm about 1.5 inches or so in. A little over 1.5 inches, I'd say. And the flavors are very much like I described before, with some exceptions. There is still that sweet cedar. It has just a touch of a minute amount of butteriness to it. There's quite a bit of brown sugar, quite a bit of an earthy black coffee, and there's now a very high-pitched sweetness right at the beginning of the draw, which is very much like a sweet strawberry. But don't misinterpret that to mean it's some massive amount. It's just a touch, a very few drops attached to that initial sweet cedar. It gives it a very high-pitched sweetness. The cigar is pretty much medium to full-bodied, and it started out that way, and it may reach full-bodied. This is a very full-bodied cigar for the Caldwell line of this type of cigar. The finish has some influence of what I call that strawberry flavor. There is a cream aspect and some lingering black pepper. Going back to the front end, it's almost a white pepper on the front end, believe it or not. And I would give it about a 7. Not over a 7.5. It's not overly peppery. And the back end is almost a black pepper, the finish, or a very strong white pepper. So the pepper is indecisive at this point, but it's still a nice pepper, so only an average amount. So that's where we are at about 1.5 inches in. Well, I'm right at the midpoint, and the the description I gave you in the previous segment is I'm definitely sticking with. There's a white pepper on the front end, black pepper on the finish. The slight little strawberry note that was attached to the sweet cedar is starting to fade slightly, but in its place, the slight butteriness has elevated. So it has a lot more richness to it now. There is still that element of the strawberry flavor, but the sweet cedar, brown sugar, and a large amount of butteriness. Coffee notes are still there at the base. It's an earthy coffee, but that's the only main difference, main change. And we are pretty much at full bodied now. So the cigar did reach full bodied. It is now definitely now there, and those of you who are familiar with what a feel of La Hero is like, that's what you have here now. You have a full-bodied, nice La Hero feel. We only got about an inch or two left, but wanted to come back to say that there are notes of cinnamon that are popping in now. The other notes are about the same, but there's an additional touch of cinnamon. The lingering black pepper has increased, and we're still full-bodied. So that's about the only difference, but that cinnamon addition of cinnamon notes I thought was worthy of letting you know. About 2 inches remaining, you'll be getting those cinnamon notes. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. I was a little closer to the end than I thought in the previous segment. I had a little uneven burn, had to touch up, and it wound up getting to us to this point. But the flavor notes continued, just like they were in the last segment. Got a little touch of cinnamon stuck. Had all the other flavor notes were there. The little touch of strawberryness with the sweet cedar, buttery cedar, brown sugar, black earthy coffee, full-bodied. Pepper only increased on the finish. White pepper on the front end, black pepper on the finish. Black pepper on the finish increased nicely. And the finish remained the same, sort of that strawberry-esque cream. This cigar took a little longer to take off, if you will, than I would have wanted, and that will reflect in my score. It wound up being, from the midpoint on, it was an excellent cigar, but it took a while to build to that point. So while this was a good cigar, the King is Dead was a better cigar in my opinion. I am rating this cigar at 92. So these are on shelves. All Caldwell cigars are in the $10+ range. I believe this was 12. I picked this up at a shop in Myrtle Beach on my trip there this weekend. So there you have it. The Caldwell Long Live the King Lock Stock, a 5x52.